cracking? This is No Shame from the Always Into Something Squid Eye. Hey, and you just up here chilling with the 72 Entertainment Group. You know where to get us, YouTube or other podcast functionalities. Can you dig it?
You are listening to All the Bacon and Eggs podcast on the 72 Entertainment Group podcast network.
I can see me dancing right now.
Yeah. I can. Had to get the shoulders on. Shoulders. This makes you want to just get up and boogie. Yeah. All right.
Get up and boogie.
Time. I'm old. It's time.
Soul Train.
Oh man, it is time for All the Bacon and Eggs. I am MMB in the Leo Pope Studios, which is located in beautiful, opulent, obscenely gorgeous Henderson, Nevada, and I'm joined along with
J-Gag Gizzle. I've been working that for a couple days.
So it went from J-Gag to J Gizzle. Now it's J-Gag Gizzle.
Yep. J-double-G.
I think we're going to have to workshop that. Might have to put up to a listener vote. Bartholomew, if you can chime in on this, it'd be appreciated. Wendy's.
All of our Indian fans. All of our stupid British fans.
Oh, okay. Again, direct all of those hate letters to J. Gag Gizzle.
Dear Mr. Gag Gizzle.
And all the bacon and eggs. Are all bacon and eggs 72, I think is what the email is. Anyway, don't
Gmail? Is that what it is?
It's at Gmail, yeah.
At AOL.com.
Yeah. Yes. At Netscape. But yeah, man, we are back with so I mean, I don't think we left any cliffhangers off. I didn't for the last episode. I think we were just kind of working our infomercial pilot. So I'm trying to avoid.
We did a good job, though.
Yeah, I think we did a good job. I think we talked about it. We had build your wealth with J. Gag Gizzle and MMB.
You're better at saying it than I am.
Well, but yeah. So just past Sunday. Did you watch any of the Super Bowl?
I don't think we could say that.
No?
I think we have to say the big game.
I mean, we're not broadcasting it. You could say it.
Are you sure?
Yeah, we're not broadcasting.
I'm gonna stick to the big game because I'd rather fight all of Britain than the NFL.
I mean, if the NFL wants to come into Leo Pope Studios, they're more than welcome.
In succulent Henderson, Nevada.
Yeah, if they're more than welcome. They will not want to leave, and they'll be like, "Okay, you can say whatever you want. We love it here." That's why the Raiders are here. That's why.
That's true.
That
is true.
So. But did you watch any of? Screw you, NFL. The Super Bowl. Yeah, I said it. Come at me.
I did. And I am sorry. I'm sitting in the closet and my feet smell so bad, dude.
Oh my, dude.
Let me take these socks off. It's a
small
space in here.
Wait, why would you take the socks off if your feet smell bad? That's just gonna.
I'm trying to air them out. It smells through the socks already.
Ooh.
Yeah, now it smells worse.
Oh, see, there you go. Now you need to have a gas mask in your little room.
I need one of my wife's sweaters I can put over my feet right now.
Oh, now you're gonna mess her sweater up? That's messed up.
Well, it's almost warm. It's almost spring. We don't need sweaters anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
No, I watched the game for probably a half, and then we left. You could just tell right off the bat that the refs were going to just give it to Brady no matter what. So, after the phantom hold, the Chiefs should have had that interception, and then they called holding on the Chiefs, which there was 0 holding.
Yeah.
And after that, Brady scored a touchdown, and there was just no looking back after that. So
No.
I don't know, man. I don't really believe in like NFL conspiracy or anything like that. I'm just kind of joking, but it's pretty odd when Brady gets all of the calls all of the time, or the Bucks do, or his teams do.
Well, I mean, it goes to say, like, I know it's not, I mean, it's conspiracy theorists, and I'm not one either, but, you got to think about it sometimes. It's like, I mean, is it some truth to it? I mean, really, do you think, because you see some of the great players, they don't get calls on them. Like, back in the day, it was Michael Jordan. Now it's, and I mean, as far as the NBA, I'm pretty sure Joe Montana got away with some calls. Whoever the star of, or the face of the organization or the league is at the time, they get away with pretty much anything. And I'm wondering if it is a directive set down by the offices, like, hey, we got some money on, or blah blah blah. Make sure this doesn't happen. Or, I mean, again, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but I 100%.
So you think the NFL is 100% rigged?
No. I'm not saying that. What I am saying is that Kansas City got punched in the mouth, and call or no call, they couldn't respond. And if I'm just going from a sports purist standpoint, I play football for all of 3 years, so it makes me an expert. I just saw that the Buccaneers had a veteran team on defense. They had a high-powered offense, and they put it all together, and they saved, because when you're a veteran team, you don't have to play all 100% all the time. When to turn it on. You know what I mean? Not saying that they don't. But when to really, put it out there. And Super Bowl is the time. You leave it out on the field, it's one game. It's not like the other sports where they have multiple game series. So I think that they had a great game plan. They put it together, and I was not rooting for the Bucks. The Bucks, to me, had 3 strikes against them. One, they had Tom Brady. The reason I don't like Tom Brady is, I'm
thinking that should be all the strikes.
Well, no, Tom Brady, they had that stupid tuck rule invented against the Raiders that cost them to go to the Super Bowl.
That's right.
And it began his stupid, illustrious career so he can wear turtlenecks and marry models. Anyway, then you had the Buccaneers, who beat the Raiders the last time they were in the Super Bowl. Pretty bad. It was a pretty bad Super Bowl, and so that's 2 strikes. And then they got Antonio Brown, who screwed my Raiders. And never.
You don't like Antonio Brown?
He did. He went to the Raiders, never played a down in an NFL game for the Raiders.
That's right. Oh my goodness, you're right, dude. I forgot all about that debacle.
Exactly.
I think we even talked about it though.
Yeah, and I was just like, wow, that's terrible. So they had 3 strikes, and the only thing against the Chiefs were that they play their, in our division, and I don't really like them, but that's 1 to 3. So the Bucks, I was not rooting for them at all, even though towards the end, because I was upset. I was sitting there watching at my friend's house, and I was upset. And they had they showed a clip of, or not a clip, but they had a shot of Bruce Arians' mom, 95-year-old mom, at the Super Bowl rooting her son on, and I was like, okay, all right, that was sweet. That's cool. That was real cool. So it softened it a little bit, but I still was upset about the outcome. Tom Brady, I give him his respect, just like I give Michael Jordan and LeBron. I don't like them, as players, but I give them their respect. They are great players, and I still think, as far as quarterbacks go, I like Joe Montana better, but that's only because I met him and he was really cool.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Where'd you meet him at?
He came to the UNLV. He came to talk to the UNLV football team, and him and Ronnie Lott. They were there for about maybe 45 minutes. I mean, and
that's cool.
Joe Montana showed up in his t-shirt and shorts, and was just so cool, and just talked to the team, and it was just like, man, it was sweet. It was really cool being a part of that. So, I mean, it wasn't like I had a one-on-one encounter with him, so he could have been like, screw you, kid, whatever. But that little interaction, I was like, man, this dude is cool. And then, I started thinking about like, man, he's done a lot in the league, and so yeah, he earned my respect that day. But Tom Brady and his avocado ice cream and his supermodel wife.
Did you see the guy that ran onto the field?
No, I didn't. I just saw like the clip after.
So it came out that guy, and I've read it a few different places, but it came out that guy before the game put money that a fan would run onto the field, and it was like $300,000 or $400,000 that person would win. And so he placed money that somebody would run onto the field, then ran onto the field. And it was like $1,000 fine and a misdemeanor to get out, but he ended up making like $350,000.
Oh my gosh.
You gotta look that up, dude. It's a crazy story, but yeah, I read it a few different places. I not sure if it's 100% true, but I have read it like 2 or 3 different places.
See, I don't like to encourage that kind of stuff, because then you have people doing that, like, oh, we're gonna place a prop bet.
You don't want to encourage entrepreneurship? Is that a word? Entrepreneurs to go out and make money, Marlon?
That's not. I mean, look. First of all, get my name right, okay, and then, no, I don't want to encourage entrepreneurship, if that is a word, by means of disrupting anyone else's profession. I don't want to place bets on people. Hell, yeah, I mean, let me place a bet that I could drive down the street head on in the opposite direction. And I mean, that's the extreme. But anyway, I don't want to. That's not entrepreneur. That's just being disruptive and a nuisance. And
Can I give you a list? I'm going to give you a list of words, and I want you to try to guess what they are associated with.
They are associated with?
Okay. Yeah. It's just going to be like a list of words. I'm not sure if you know this or not, but let's see if you do. Okay. So here goes the list.
All right.
Blockbuster, Circuit City, AOL, Radio Shack, The Mummy Returns, and PlayStation 2. Do you know why or what those have to do with anything?
Well, the first things that you listed are all out of business.
Correct.
The Mummy Returns, I don't know what that has to do with it, but in the PlayStation 2, I don't know how they're associated. I know the first thing, the Blockbuster, Circuit City, AOL, and Radio Shack, they're all out of business now.
Right. So these are all companies that ran commercials in Tom Brady's first Super Bowl. Isn't that pretty wild?
The Mummy Returns.
I mean, that's yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense. Wow, that is
Little
Brendan
Fraser. Isn't that wild? All those. I mean, most of those companies are gone.
And he's.
I mean, when you list those first four, you're just you really think of like ancient times almost.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, it's crazy because when we were younger, those were like, they were really good companies. You're like, Blockbuster. You got to go to Blockbuster to get a movie. Okay, You go to Circuit City to get whatever
buy
little
some
electronics.
circuits.
I mean, nobody's buying circuits there. I forgot what they. I don't know what the main reason or what they were selling before. Because when I was a kid, they had a little bit of everything. But
they were basically just Best Buy, right?
It was like maybe like a smaller Fry's.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Because it was more. I think it was more computer centric than Best Buy, if I'm not mistaken. But that was their Radio. No, I'm thinking of Radio Shack. You're right. Circuit City was like a Best Buy. I'm thinking of Radio Shack was more computer centric, and that's like they had the little transistors and stuff like that. They had the phones and.
They always had a bunch of like weird, odd and ends. I mean, I used to love going to Radio Shack.
Yeah.
It was so different.
They had like
it was like going
plugs.
going to like the Spencer's gifts of electronics.
Exactly. So and AOL. I mean, of course, that was my.
You had AOL, right?
No, I didn't.
You never had it?
Nuh-uh.
What did you have when you first were interwebbing?
I don't know. To be honest with you,
how did you get on the net?
I didn't get.
I thought everybody just had AOL.
I got on the computer primarily when I didn't really have internet until after I bought my first condo.
Oh wow!
In my house, I'd never had it at home.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I never had internet at the house. So I would go to the school when I was in college. I would go to the computer labs there and download all kind of stuff. And I'm pretty sure.
Oh, dude, you missed out, man. Because
computers.
I'm sure you heard back in the day. Obviously, it took forever to get on, but then when you were on, it shared a line with the phone. So then, if the landline rung, then it would kick you off the internet.
Oh, well, I went to my uncle's house and he had it. My cousin, my cousin had it at that. So when I would go visit and shout out to my cousin and to visit the 909, as she likes to say it, I would we would go on the internet and we saw some really weird stuff, and I think it was AOL that we had or that they had.
Yeah, did he have that little I can't do it, but the crazy noises, starting it up.
The startup, I think, if I'm not mistaken, it did have that because you had to connect to the phone line, and then if somebody called, we had to get kicked off. But I'm trying to think if they had a dedicated line just for that because my uncle, he didn't play. He still doesn't play. So when he wants something, he does it right.
There you go, a dedicated line. Like you're putting the internet on the fax line.
Yeah. So that was my my Uncle John, my late Uncle Leo, who I named my studio after. He was really into computers, and we would go over there on a Saturday. And they were like, "Where's Uncle Leo?" Oh, he's at Fry's and certain Cerritos. He lived at Fry's. I still have, because he built computers for all of us and pretty much in the family. And I still have 2 of the computers that he built me. here right now. It's pretty wild. But as far as the AOL stuff, and that was a funny thing because he never had internet that I could remember at his house, but my Uncle John did. So I don't know. But it was cool. The PlayStation 2, I had the PlayStation 2, but I bought it out here. I think I bought it myself. Yeah, I think that was the first system that I bought myself.
And what about Mummy Returns? Did you rock that?
The Mummy Returns, I did go and see it. They was touted on the wrestling program because The Rock was in it in the beginning.
Oh, that's right. He was a Scorpion King, right?
Yeah, and they had then at the end they had the worst CGI of all time.
Was that the Dust Monster?
No,
which one was
the
that?
Scorpion King comes back, and it's just the worst.
Oh yeah,
animation ever. It is so bad, like ridiculously bad. So I actually didn't mind those the Brendan Fraser mummy movies though. No, those movies were really good. Except didn't the wife she wasn't in like one of them or something like that? The last one?
I don't know. I can't remember, but I tried to. Did you watch that Tom Cruise mummy movie?
Oh my goodness, yeah, I did.
I mean, they were trying to build like a universe. I think were they trying to build like a League of Extraordinary Gentlemen universe kind of?
It was the dark something universe. It was something that they were trying to do when they were trying to bring back all of those monster movies. Bring back all the monsters back.
And it sucks that they ruined it because that would have been a kind of a cool idea, but it sucks that they ruined it with that. I mean, that movie was terrible.
The movie was bad, and I did like the Mummy though. The woman that played the Mummy, she was extremely attractive. Anyway,
did you have a set night? Like, did you have a set night that you would go to Blockbuster on? Like, like a Friday or Saturday, you would always hit up the Blockbuster.
So it was predicated on if we were doing like a sleepover. So
yeah.
I don't think I had a Blockbuster membership until I moved out here. So I was like 19 when I got a membership. My friends had one, and I think we had a membership to like the neighborhood video store because those were all over the place too. Were like the neighborhood video stores where you can, and you had those the barn doors that led to the special room in the back that everybody would just try to like casually walk through the store like, oh, let me see, okay, oh, Howard the Duck, yay,
Howard the Duck.
Little Big League. Oh, this is a good movie. Let me just get back in here and just like backwards walk into the adult section. So it's just like hoping to be inconspicuous, hoping nobody saw him. But
yeah, I remember that Blockbuster. They had those like on the top shelf, but they were all covered.
But see, Blockbuster, they did not have. They got rid of them at the time that I was there. They didn't have any of that stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So you go to Blockbuster for like the movies and the game rentals. That was one of the things that we did as well because you go to get the games,
right?
Because my friend had a TurboGrafx 16. I've never, TurboGrafx 16 had like 2 games on. I mean, I take that back. 2 games that I liked, and then
I gotta look this up.
It was a sweet system. Like the cartridges were like little cards. And it was really cool because they had this game called Bonk's Adventure. It was like this little caveman with a humongous head that used to just bonk people with his head.
What year did this come out?
Ooh,
Is this before Nintendo or was this after Nintendo?
No. This was after Nintendo. This was after. This was after Genesis as well. So,
TurboGrafx 16. I've never heard of this.
Yeah, it was a cool system, and then they came out with a mini system, which was so cool, like a handheld, like the Game Boy and the Game Gear. But you could take the cartridges from the TurboGrafx 16 and then put it into that mini system, so you didn't have to buy new games. And that was
I see it on there's one for sale on eBay.
For how much?
$630.
Okay, they can kick rocks with that. That's stupid. That's stupid. Like seriously, like TurboGrafx 16 and like the Jaguar and all that good stuff. They were good systems, but they did not have. I don't know if it was the marketing, because I remember the Jaguar being marketed a lot, but the TurboGrafx 16, it didn't have enough. I don't think it had enough of support from the game designers and developers.
So it wasn't. I mean, if we look back on it now, it wasn't like a major developer. It was just somebody, like a company that just tried to do one themselves.
I don't remember.
It wasn't like like Nintendo or was it Sega?
Sega did the Genesis.
I see it. Yeah, I see it. It says NEC TurboGrafx 16 system. This one's $330.
Yeah,
but I don't know what NEC stands for.
NEC was a company that I think they were a game developer at the time, or I think they did electronics. So they were really good. They had a really good name. Now I think they just stepped into the video game system. I don't know why or how it happened, but it's like, Philips they had electronics and they tried to make a gaming system, the 3DO. And those, you can go into Circuit City and see people. I mean, they really bought in on the 3DO for some reason. Like, they had displays everywhere. And I was like, this system is terrible. But, PlayStation 2 was amazing. And I really, really enjoyed that system. That's the only system that I had that broke. So that was a strike against that.
It's the only system that broke. I played the PlayStation 2, but I would have to say I played the PlayStation 1 way more. I was on it playing Twisted Metal for hours.
Oh yeah, Twisted Metal was fun. Twisted Metal was fun. I forgot who had a PlayStation 1. My friend's I had a PlayStation 1. Yeah, we used
Did you?
Yeah, I had a PlayStation 1. So this is the thing. So my sister's boyfriend at the time, he got a PlayStation, and I got the Sega Saturn. So
okay.
So he would bring the system over to my house and let me hook it up and play. And then eventually I was like, okay, it's cool. And then I eventually got my own PlayStation 1, like at Costco, because they had like a bundle deal. And they had the sweet deals. You can get an extra controller. It came with 2 games.
Yeah.
The memory cards and all that stuff.
Dude, those were the best. When you would look, I think I would see them. Yeah, you'd see them in like the Costco ads or the Target ads. I would always read those ads every week because it would say, all right, next PlayStation's coming out, and this is what it comes with, the bundle, $300 and something, whatever it was.
Oh, I used to love that, and I could not. I ended up getting the Sega Saturn, which I still have today in its box. It's still sitting there.
Oh no, hold on.
What?
Can you hear that? Sorry if you can hear that. I don't know. There's music playing on my headphones, and I can't get it to stop.
No, I can't hear anything.
There we go. Sorry.
It's
okay, good.
It's just in your head.
Was the Sega Saturn after the Genesis?
Yes. Yeah, the Sega Saturn came after.
I honestly, I never played one of them.
It was a good system, but you can go online and check out what the reasoning behind it. I don't know exactly what it was, but it was in between the Sega CD that they came out with and the Dreamcast. And the Sega Saturn was like 32 bits. And it was supposed to rival the PlayStation, and the PlayStation just destroyed it. I liked it a little bit better, but that's just because I had the games for it. I came home and I got Madden for the Sega Saturn, for my birthday one year.
Man.
So I had I had practice, and we went to practice. My mom brought a cake up to the school, and one of my coaches threw cake in my face, so I was upset because I wanted to eat it. And then I came home and I had a Cowboys jersey or a jacket and Madden laying on my bed and some other stuff, but it was a sweet birthday. And then my friends came over and we played PlayStation. I mean the Sega Saturn, like from 7 o'clock till 7 o'clock, 7 o'clock at night till 7 o'clock in the morning, just playing.
Wow.
Yeah, it was crazy.
This is wild. I'm reading the specs on the Sega Saturn. It's 2, is it megabytes? Is that what it is? Or megabits? What's the exact terminology? It's 2 MB RAM.
It's megabyte.
Yeah. Memory was 2 megabytes of RAM.
So, yeah. It wasn't the computing power. That's where I played Tomb Raider. I had Tomb Raider for the Sega. Yes. Was it Tomb Raider for the Sega Saturn? I think I had Tomb Raider for the Sega Saturn, and I got Tomb Raider 2 for the PlayStation when I finally got that. But it looks like they just released it at the wrong time because they were trying to compete with the PlayStation, and then the Nintendo 64 came out the year after they released it and pretty much just wiped it off the map. And the Nintendo 64, because the Nintendo 64 in its own right, and I still have mine here too, in its own right was really cool. They had the best wrestling games to me, the WCW, NWO games, and then the WWF at the time games, WrestleMania and No Mercy. Two of the best games, wrestling games that you could ever play. They were so much fun, and hours of playing. And then GoldenEye for the 64 was amazing.
Is that the first one with Mario Kart too? I mean, Mario Kart as well?
No, Mario Kart was on the Super Nintendo.
Oh, that's right. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Which one was, okay, then I'm confused then. Which one was the 1080 snowboarding?
Ooh, I don't know.
I played that one so much. Let me look that up.
1080
GoldenEye, though.
GoldenEye was amazing. I have a box of my Super Nintendo games. I bought a Super Nintendo recently. Well, I won't say recently. It was like a few years ago. And I bought a Super Nintendo and a Sega Genesis. I haven't played the Genesis yet, but I did play the Super Nintendo. I had an old like wrestling type game that I like to play on it. And I played and won the championships. It was awesome.
Whoa. I used to play a game on Sega Genesis, and I believe it was, I'm trying to find it right now. Joe Montana Football.
Oh, yeah.
Have you ever played that? That game is unbelievably cool.
Joe Montana Football was so cool. My buddy Tony Waits had it, and I used to go over there and play. I think I played it a couple times. Fun game. He had the Sega Genesis. Like I had a group of friends that would either, shout out to Tony Waits if he's still around. I haven't talked to him in a minute, but he was my best friend in third grade and to like fifth or sixth, I think, until we went to different junior highs. So
hopefully if he's living in India, he's definitely listening right now.
Yeah, if he's living in India, but last I heard he was in Victorville, I think. But Tony Waits, he shout out to him because he introduced me to a lot of cool things, and we had fun when we were kids, just like running around doing shit stuff we weren't supposed to be doing. Did you actually have GoldenEye?
I
did not have it. I'm not a big first person shooter.
I'm not either, except for really for that one. And kind of a funny story is that at that time, I think I was like 13 or 14. I wasn't quite old enough to watch my littlest brother, who was like 1 or 2, and then my brother and sister who were 5 and 6 or something. They're close. So I just wasn't old enough to watch. So we had a babysitter, and she was Russian. And I remember my my second brother, or my next brother, who I think was 6 or 7, he was like, "Hey, let's play some GoldenEye so we can kill some Russians." And I was just looked at him like, "Dude, what's wrong with you?"
Oh, that's bad.
But I just remember, dude, I would lay so many proximity mines. Oh my gosh! Oh, it's my favorite.
Did she say anything about that?
What?
Did she say anything about that, or the Russian
babysitter?
babysitter?
She just laughed it off.
Oh, she cried inside. One of those.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yes. Most likely. Yeah. It was a little harsh, but he's 7. I scolded him, but but you were killing Russians in that game. That's for sure.
This is true. I just found a little hard drive that has 64 gigabytes on it. I'm sitting here worried about. I'm holding on to this one that has 2. Like it's like my first flash drive that I've ever had, and it fell apart recently, and I'm very upset. For those who don't know, I am not a hoarder, but I do keep stuff that means something to me, and I try to keep it in conditions that when I found them. So meaning I still have like the PlayStation 3 wireless keyboard attachment for the PlayStation controller in its box.
Just in case.
In its box. And I put the Sega Saturn is in its box. The PlayStation 3 is in its box. I still have my PlayStation 4 box if I want to, when I get the PlayStation 5, I can put the PlayStation 4 in its box. So, I am weird like that. Yeah. I just remembered a game off the top of just randomly, and I remember loving this game. I don't know if you ever played it, but did you ever play Mutant League Football? No, I did not.
You didn't? Okay, you got to see if you have Sega Genesis, you got to see if you could find that game. It's a blast.
Because is that the one where like the body parts like splatter all over the place, or they come off?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Like you can lay bombs and dig holes with spikes in them and stuff.
Oh man, that sounds so cool.
It's crazy. Yeah. Like I'm looking at screenshots right now where it's like aliens versus like skeletons.
I'm trying to think of my go-to game on each system. So we got a Nintendo first, obviously, and my go-to game on the Nintendo ended up being Tecmo World Wrestling.
Really?
I vividly remember I got my report card. My mom said I can get 2 games. And I was like, I think I got 2 A's or something. So I was like, yes. So, of course, I go to the most expensive place at the time because for whatever reason, Toys R Us was always like $5 or $6 more than what you get at the regular, like at Target or something like that. So, but they had a lot of games. They had pretty much a whole library of games. So I got Tecmo World Wrestling, and then I got Knight Rider.
Huh. How was that game?
Knight Rider sucked. I hate to admit it. I love Knight Rider. My favorite. I was even thinking about doing a podcast.
So that's on the original Nintendo?
That's on the original Nintendo. So those are the games.
I was the Tecmo Bowl guy, straight Tecmo Bowl, and that was Nintendo, right?
Yeah, Tecmo Bowl, and they had a Double Dribble. I think it was Tecmo, if I'm not mistaken, or was that Konami? Tecmo Bowl. I'd never owned Tecmo Bowl, but I owned Tecmo World Wrestling. That was my game for. I still pine for that game. If they have, I haven't seen an emulator or anybody brought it up because I don't think it was that popular. But I loved that game. It was so cool. So,
Tecmo Wrestling.
And then they had
looking it up right now.
So then you go to the Super Nintendo, and the game that I can remember playing the most was either Street Fighter 2 or Mario Kart.
Yeah. Okay.
Because
As you could tell, I get them all confused. Was that the one with Mario 3 with the whistle?
No, that it came with Mario World. Mario 3 was released on Super Nintendo. I mean, on Nintendo. There were 3 Marios released on regular Nintendo. Yeah.
Whoa.
Super Mario Brothers, Mario 2, which was basically a game that was released in Europe that they just put Mario characters over it. It had nothing to do with Mario. So
okay.
Then they did Mario 3.
Yeah, you're right.
And then they did Mario World and that introduced Yoshi in Super Mario World, which was awesome because Yoshi.
Okay.
That game was really cool. I'm not a big platformer. But it was cool. It was really cool. But Mario Kart, that was awesome. That was so much fun.
Yeah.
And then you go to the Genesis because I had a TV. We had 2 TVs in the living room. One TV had the Genesis on it, and one TV had my Super Nintendo. I was spoiled. Anyway, so
sounds like it.
Yeah. So I played on Genesis Ultra Beast because that came with the system, and I still love that game to this day. It was so fun.
Okay.
It was Altered Beast. Yeah. Rise from your grave. Dun, dun, dun. And you kick all kind of people, and you get buffer, and then you turn into like some creature. It was so fun. And after that, Genesis wasn't my favorite because the Genesis only had 3 buttons when it first came out. And it was like the Nintendo had 2. So I get what they were trying to do, but then the Super Nintendo came out, and I was like, oh, this is all kind of cool stuff you could do with this. So it wasn't until later that the Genesis came out with a 6-button controller, and I was like, okay, I got one. And the thing about the Genesis is they had Mortal Kombat with the blood. The Genesis, Super Nintendo did not have the blood, but the Mortal Kombat, I think you had to put a code in, and you can get the blood and how it was.
There was a big stink about that too, like parents being all mad about that.
Oh man, it was so ridiculous. So I played the game, and it was cool. And I'm trying to think because we were moving around that time, and then I ended up getting, because I think I got the Sega Saturn after we moved. But anyway, that was my go-to game, and I just I think I saw the Sega Saturn. I actually bought a game in Vegas before I moved to Vegas. It was a Super Bowl was it the Cowboys and the Steelers? Did they play in the Super Bowl? Do you remember?
Back then?
Yeah, we came out here for the Super Bowl, and I forgot. I don't even think we watched it.
I don't know when the Cowboys last made it to the Super Bowl.
I don't either.
I honestly don't think the Cowboys have made it since they went in the 90s.
Yeah,
let me look it up.
I mean,
let's see. I'll look it up. But my go-to game on the Sega Genesis is an easy one. It's a Sonic 2. I played that for hours.
Never was a big fan of Sonic. How
could you not? What the heck?
So, and I forgot the Super Nintendo Mega Man X. That was.
Oh, okay. I was just going over that. Yeah.
Mega Man X.
No, they have not been to the Super Bowl.
I don't know who Pittsburgh was playing that Super Bowl. We came out here for Vegas.
Maybe actually, hold on. So, NFC Division Champions, NFC East. Did they make the Super? Oh man, I'm so confused now. There's so many. There's like dates and times and
yeah, I don't know. It would have to have been like in 90, 94, 95 era. Maybe I'm sorry, 96 or 97.
Well,
Maybe.
I know that they beat the Bills a lot, right?
They beat the Bills 2 years in a row.
Okay, you said 96. 96. They lost the division playoffs at Panthers.
I know the Steelers were there. I don't know if it was the Cowboys.
95. 95, one NFC championship, one Super Bowl XXX versus the Steelers.
Oh, okay, then that was it. All right. So, because I think that was a Barry Switzer, because they didn't make it, because after
you are correct.
Yeah, Barry Switzer was the head coach because, Jerry Jones is crazy, and he thought that getting rid of Jimmy Johnson, they could, because he was running the show, he didn't want to give him any credit.
They have a weird MVP for that game too.
It wasn't it like the cornerback or something?
Very good, yeah, Larry Brown.
Yeah, he ended up going to the
Wow,
Raiders
look at
next
you.
year. He ended up going to the Raiders next year and sucking. So, guys, because I was a Cowboys fan when I first started watching football, and it's because I was getting into it, and then when I started to play football, I wanted to. My coaches told me, "Hey, pick a player that should play in your position and study his moves." And I looked at this player named Lincoln Kennedy, and Lincoln Kennedy, he wore number 72, and 72 is my favorite number, and it's the number that I wore in high school. And I watched it, and I became a Raider fan ever since then. And plus, they were in LA at the time, and I was like, "Oh, well, let me stick with my hometown team." And I was already a Laker fan and a Dodger fan, so it was no brainer just to kind of get rid of all my Cowboy stuff, except for my little mini helmet. I still have that because that's sweet. So,
oh, you do?
Yeah, I like small stuff, like my taste in women. Anyway,
I didn't know this. I didn't know the Cowboys have actually lost 5 Super Bowls. Just reading that.
Yeah. But anyway, did you have a go-to game? When did you stop playing games?
When did I stop? Probably, like, seriously stopped. I probably stopped with Halo.
Oh, okay.
Which, like, Halo 2 or 3 or one of those. So it's been a while, man. Like, I just don't have time. I don't know how people find time with work and having a kid, and I just don't. I have all my friends are like, "Oh man, I'm getting ready to go play some games tonight." I'm like, I have to go to bed because I have work. I can't stay up. I wish I had a little bit more time just to sit there and chill, but I don't. This is like the time that we get to talk is like my hour and a half, whatever time we have to talk. That's like my free time for the week.
Yeah. Fortunately and unfortunately, with the dealings that I had to deal with recently, it's a good thing and it's a bad thing because I didn't really have time to do anything. That's why, it took forever to get back to this because you just didn't have time to.
You have a lot of free time now.
I have exactly. That's a good thing and a bad thing. But, I played video games with the family, but it was more like quiz stuff and Monopoly on the PlayStation 4, so it wasn't anything like hardcore. Now, but then I don't really, and I'm 40 years old. Like, I'm not trying to. There's nothing wrong with playing video games. It's a good departure from some things, but you're right. It's just the timing, having the time, and
it's hard it's hard. Yeah,
it's tough.
What I'm trying to find it real quick because it just popped into my mind. The first NBA Jam, I played that a ton.
Oh, I had.
What was it for?
I had that for. I think I had it for the Super Nintendo because the Super Nintendo had the better graphics to me.
Oh yeah, there it is. Okay, I see it. Yeah, you're right. Wow, it was for a lot of things.
No, it was everywhere, but you had to pick and choose which one you wanted it for.
Right.
Like I didn't want to, certain games. It was like let me get this. Let me get it for Super Nintendo, and then certain games, let me get it for the Genesis, and it just all depend. Like I think I had. I mean, obviously Star Fox was a Nintendo thing, but I'm trying to think of something that was on both.
What about Earthworm Jim?
Never played it.
You never? Oh my gosh, I played that so much too.
Oh, I take that back. My friend had the Nintendo. I'm sorry, the Genesis. It was like the first network where you plugged it in, and it came through your cable or something. But it was like an online system you paid for, and you got all these games, and you didn't have to have the cartridges or anything. You just played them through the internet. And this is when I was in high school. So I played Earthworm Jim that way because he had that. His parents got him that system.
What was the original? I'm trying to look at what I played it on. I cannot find it now.
I think it came on both.
I don't know. I love that game because it was just so weird.
Yeah, he used to shoot his head and take his head and whip at people.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. It was all sorts of weirdness. Yeah, dang it. I had another question for you about games and I forgot it because I was looking up stupid Earthworm Jim.
Yeah, look, games, and once I started to, once I hit puberty, games became second, and
it's like at 10 years old.
Games. I just was like, all right, well, I had a neighbor when I was living in this apartment complex. It was pretty sweet. It was like a whole bunch of kids at the time, all around the same age. It was a lot of fun. We had water fights, sleepovers. It was amazing. We had a couple girls in the group that were cool. One of them is a doctor now, so that's pretty sweet. But yeah, it was just we just would just hang out and play games, run around the apartment, making all kind of noise and pissing the adults off. And now I think about my time now, like I see kids running around, and if I'm trying to sleep, I'm going, oh, damn it, kids, shut up. I'm like, I would just think about my neighbor coming to my house several times. Can you guys quiet down because they're trying to sleep?
Right.
I'm like, dude, get out of here, you nerd. But now I feel his pain, and I feel sorry for him.
I remember. Did you have a go-to? Did you have a go-to like arcade game that you would try to find?
Oh, WrestleFest.
I should have just said wrestling.
WrestleFest was my favorite game in the arcades because I could not play Street Fighter that well. I could not play Mortal Kombat that well. I didn't have the dexterity. I just didn't have the patience. And I still don't. All I do is button mash. I'm not about to learn these stupid combos to do fatalities. I have no time. I have no space in my brain to learn this stuff. So I just button mash, and that's it. So with WrestleFest, the lineup was awesome. They had Hulk Hogan, the Ultimate Warrior, Jake the Snake Roberts, Big Boss Man, the Legion of Doom, $1 Million Man, Earthquake, and I think they had one other person I can't remember. Sergeant Slaughter was in there as well.
Oh, he was never actually in the army.
Oh, I know. Yeah, but he was in GI Joes though. It was sweet.
WrestleFest. Look, oh, there it is. There's a lineup right there.
Yeah. Did I nail it?
No, hold on. I'm trying to get one that I can actually read because that one was a little bit too blurry on the image search.
No, I think it's your eyes. Get some glasses, old man.
How dare you? As in, I'm not 40 yet. Oh yeah, okay. Hulk Hogan, Ultimate Warrior, $1 Million Man, Big Boss Man.
Yep. Oh, Demolition.
Okay. Mr. Perfect.
Oh, Mr. Perfect. I forgot.
Demolition Smash,
and Crush. I think it was Crush.
and are available as new characters with Legion of Doom, Hawk and Animal, making an appearance as non-selectable boss tag team.
Yes, they were. They were the tag team you had to get to at the end.
Wow. I remember seeing that game. I don't know if I ever played it, though.
It was. I love that game because it had all the moves, and it was the closest to wrestling that you can, like, in the art, as far as the look and the feel as you can get in the arcade and in the video game. So if I could get an arcade game, like the cabinet and everything, I'm pretty sure I could. This is how much I'm going to spend, but that would definitely be one of them that I would get.
Do you want to know how much it goes for?
How much?
It goes $3,500. So I think it's a good investment. They have a the latest WrestleFest has The Undertaker, John Cena, Randy Orton, Rey Mysterio, and then The Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Jake Roberts, and Randy Savage.
Well, Jake Roberts was in the first one.
Right.
So Randy Savage was not. Randy Savage is another one of my.
Why wasn't he in the first one?
I think. I don't know. I mean, Randy. Randy was weird. I didn't know him personally, but I think his business.
Speaking from experience.
Yeah. Speaking. Yeah. I didn't know him personally, but I know that his dealings. Wrestling is a business, and the licensing and all that stuff. And I don't know if he signed off on anything because I don't remember Macho Man being in any games. To be honest with you, I don't remember him being in until he came back recently into one of those games because he left WWF at the time and went to WCW, and he didn't come back at all and wrestle. So I don't know, but. That was my go-to at the arcade. It was a place called the Castle, I remember the street. I don't remember exactly what city it was in. I want to say it was. I don't think it was Lawndale, but I lived in Lawndale, California, and we can go to the castle. We could walk up to the castle. From my house or from our apartment complex where we were living, like where most of the kids were living, and they had a putt, mini golf. They had a batting cage. They had a sweet arcade. They had of course the arcade. You had the pizza and ice cream and all that kind of good stuff. It was a cool thing, and since it's been demolished and turned into like a Holiday Inn or something. So screw you, Holiday Inn. You're taking my childhood. But mine I had three that I would always try to find. I would always try to find Ninja Turtles. I had to play the Ninja Turtles arcade game if it was there. My dad and my dad, when I would see him on the weekends before I would go to school, we'd stop at this like 7-Eleven that had a Double Dragon arcade in it. Okay.
So I would play Double Dragon with him. And then I always loved, for some reason, the Simpsons arcade game. I don't know why, but I just always had to play that one too.
Yeah.
And have you been to the Pinball Hall of Fame here?
No.
Oh, dude. Okay. You and I got to go. I've been there 2 or 3 times. Not only do they have pinball machines, which I could care less about, but they have a bunch of old school arcade games too. It is so much fun, man. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Everything's like, yeah, you just put your $20 bill in and it kicks out a bunch of change. It's just like a big arcade with a bunch of pinball machines too. It's so freaking cool.
Yeah, pinball is not my thing. That's why I never went. I'm like, I don't care about pinball.
No, you got to go and check it out. I mean, there's probably 30 or 40 weird arcade game. I mean, we played like Star Wars from like the 70s or something. It's wild, dude. You got to go. You got to go check it out.
All right. I mean, we keep talking about we're going to do like some live remotes or something. So we got to do something. We got to do something more structured instead of just like talking about random stuff. And I think that would be
Talking about doing things.
and oh man, I mean, I do want to go there, but another place that I want to go, and I don't know if we'll ever be able to record from there, but I don't know why. Don't judge me. But I've been online and I've been watching clips on YouTube from Universal Studios where they have the Megatron guy in a suit come out and he talks to people. Don't know why I find that interesting, but it's hilarious. Like, cause the people will come up and they want to talk to Megatron, and I mean, or they want to take a picture of Megatron. It's a photo opportunity, but he just rips into people. He just starts talking about him, like he's looking at him like, oh, he was like, the dude comes up to him and was like, your swag is weak, and I was just like, what is going on? And I have no idea why I find it interesting. But
I guess though Megatron would be a good crap talker though, right?
Megatron is funny. Optimus Prime is not. He looked boring, and Bumblebee they just play little bits for him. But it's all dudes in suits, like they're but it's cool. But the Megatron guy, he talks, and he talks to you and about you, and he will let you have it, and it's hilarious.
I mean, Optimus Prime is just boring in general, dude.
What?
I find Optimus Prime just to be one of the most boring hero characters of all time.
Okay, so let's take the Michael
I'm Team
Bay.
Tron.
Let's take Michael Bay films out of this. Okay, those films to me, the first one was okay. Everything else out there was garbage. If you're fans out there, they suck. I like the original cartoon, and then the Transformers, the movie that came out that was animated. Amazing. And you want to know why? Optimus Prime, spoiler alert, it was made in the 80s, so get over it. Optimus Prime dies in the beginning of the movie. So it's just like, it was a cool way. I mean, the way he went out, it was sweet. So I've always been an Optimus Prime fan. Would I say he's the most interesting? No. But Megatron at the Universal Studio, whoever the dudes are that are voicing it, I don't know, they comedians or whatever, but it's hilarious. So
is Universal Studios open right now?
I don't know, because I wanted to go to an amusement park, and they were like, "Oh, it's still closed."
Yeah,
because
it's temporarily closed still.
It is.
That's what it says. Yeah,
get over
stupid
it.
California.
Yeah, I mean, this all this stuff is still like I mean, I don't know how you feel about it, but. Well,
let's go there, Meryl. Let's go there. I told you we need to storm some kind of government facility.
How do you feel about it? How do you feel about it?
I feel like people should have. I think I said it last week. If you're old and if you have a pre-existing condition, then don't mess around with it. But this thing doesn't really kill people who are healthy. And I know, yes, there's outliers of people who have died who are healthy. Yes, I know. But that's with anything, like. Getting the flu, healthy people can die, but I don't think it's not something that we should suspend our lives for. I think everything should just open back up, and the people should have the choice. And I understand people make stupid choices, but the people should still have the choice to make stupid choices, whether they want to go out or not.
Well, that's a problem.
And I know, but it's just like anything, dude. It's just like, okay, we have the choice whether to eat crappy foods or not. We choose most of the time to eat crappy foods, which then gives us heart disease, and heart disease kills double the amount of people that COVID ever did per year in Nevada. So it's like, we still have that choice whether we want to get heart disease or not. So give us the choice if we want to go out and be stupid, with COVID. I want my freedom back, Marlon. I want Universal Studios.
I agree.
Would I risk my life for Disney? Yes, I would.
Man,
okay.
You got to, you got to go get that Moana autograph. You know.
I know my wife would too. Unfortunately, she'd risk her life for Disney too.
I mean, I just, I'm so tired of wearing this mask. I'm so tired of, oh, you got to do this. This is open, this is closed. I like to get out, especially at this time. I think it'd be beneficial for me to kind of get out there and see people. I've always been, I don't like crowds. I don't like being around a whole bunch of people, but a few people is nice. So I know I said, I think last week, that I enjoy it, but I just don't like that you have to have a mask on everywhere you go.
Right.
That's the problem. Like, it is wearing me down. Like this is the norm. This is the new norm, and I just don't like it. I just don't like it. I want to go back to the gym at 2:00 in the morning. I can't do that now.
Because you have to wear the mask?
No, because it's not open. They have reduced hours because of COVID.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Because I'm having trouble sleeping, and I'm like, okay, let me try to be productive at least, so I can, I can go get a workout in and do that, but I can't do that. So, can't sit in a restaurant with I mean, you can, but it's not this. I don't know. It's just not the same. You gotta have.
Well, I can't sit in a restaurant if I go out to eat with my entire family. You know what I mean? Like, I get to sit at different tables, which is, I don't know. It's stupid, dude.
It's so annoying, and it's so just. I mean, I get it, and I know a couple people that got COVID. I know more than a few people that got COVID, and
yeah,
you're right. You're right. There was a healthy person, nothing ever wrong with them, and he passed away from complications. And you take that risk with anything, though. I mean, you step outside and something can happen.
Right. Dude, you drive and you
I mean,
take that risk, and we just lost a really close church member who we were really close with, and then today my wife just got told that she lost a cousin, and I know I honestly I feel bad and I hate it, but at some point, you still have to have the choice on whether you want to go outside or not. So I think that choice is more important.
So my thing has always been that we know we're going to die. Eventually,
we are. Yes,
it's going to happen. So yes, you hate it when it's early, or you think that it's early, but it's our time. It's our time, and you don't want to hasten it by doing stupid things. But if you're doing the best that you can, then and something happens, it is what it is. Nothing you can do about it. You know what I mean?
Right.
And not to make any light of that, but I really just want to, I wish I can just do a Thanos and everything goes back to normal.
Would that work though? Wait, I thought Thanos was COVID.
No, but if I had the power to snap anything into
you'd go back. I got you. Okay,
I would just get rid of it and everything just goes back to normal, and it would be cool.
Dude, I love that you just tied in the next segment. That's impressive. I don't know how you tied in from going from Corona to Thanos, and I was going to ask you about WandaVision.
I was this great mind. I was about to say the same thing. I was just about to do the same thing. So we did not plan that, folks. You
scripted that well.
We don't have any scripts. We threw the script out the window. A few episodes are back, and we'll probably bring it back after this episode. But anyway, but yeah, WandaVision. I was hesitant to watch it. I was like, I don't want to watch it. And I was like, man, let me give it a shot. And yeah, it's a good show. It's a good show. What do
Are
you
you
think?
all caught up?
Oh yeah.
So you saw the surprise guest appearance last week?
Oh yeah.
Do you think that person is real, or is it just her?
The way she looked, I think that it is real.
Because if you remember, she's like, I'm not doing that. Like when he said who's at the
Exactly.
door.
Exactly.
And I don't want to give too much away if people who haven't seen it, but if he or she, that person is real, then that's the gateway into that group coming. I think is going to be
No.
what?
I don't think that group's coming.
Yeah, they are. They've already have it planned.
Mm-mm.
They're in the next phase.
No.
Yes, they are.
They're not coming.
Yes, they. What do you mean? Are you just joking with me? Yes, they are.
No, they're not. So look, they were talking about. I think it's too much stink on those right now to do anything with them. Those last movies were terrible.
Oh, they were, but I'm telling you, he's already written the script.
Oh no. Okay.
Yeah.
So
it's too late. You can't say no. It's happening.
It's not going to happen with COVID and everything.
COVID.
So, but I've enjoyed the WandaVision series. When I first saw them advertise it, I was like, what are they doing? What is this? This makes no sense. But I sat down and watched it. I was like, okay, I see what it's because I love Lucy. I Love Lucy is my favorite show. And they played like a, pretty decent homage to I Love Lucy in those shows back in the day.
Yeah.
Especially during the first episode. Then the second one was kind of more bewitched than anything. And
right.
Which again, I was a fan of. I did enjoy Elizabeth Montgomery portrayal, but I thought that was overall. I've been happy with the series and how they've been revealing things to people. So I don't want to give any spoilers because it's still fresh and it's not over yet. And I think they have 4 more episodes. I think they're doing 9. So, I don't want to reveal too much, but those little tidbits were really, really cool. And I liked which I did not think I would like at first. I was like, ugh, this looks stupid. And
what?
Sorry,
I'm really confused about something.
Yeah, they're not.
I didn't. You brought up Bewitched.
Yes.
And I'm just noticing that Samantha was in 254 episodes, but Darren was only 170. Mm-hmm. So, like, he left the show for a long time?
No, there were 2 Darrens.
Like, what happened to him? There was?
Yeah.
What happened?
There was Dick Sargent and I forgot the other guy's name.
Dick York.
There it is. Yeah, I knew it started with a Dick. Yeah.
2 Dicks.
Yeah, so it was 2 Darrens. Yeah, so.
Well, I remember Dick York. I don't remember Dick Sargent. Why did they replace Dick York?
I don't remember what it was exactly. It was something. I think it was maybe a contract dispute. I don't know. I don't know if he got sick. I can't remember. I know because I've seen the EU True Hollywood Story or something like that. Maybe.
Yes. Overdependence on painkillers stemming from an old back injury is what it says.
Okay. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
okay.
So,
I'm sorry. I just was like, what happened to him? I remember watching Bewitched, and I Love Lucy and those shows, and really enjoying them. And I didn't remember that he got replaced.
Yeah. Great shows. I Dream of Jeannie was another one that was really good, but WandaVision didn't touch on that. They touched on the Dick Van Dyke Show. They had a little bit of that in there as well. A lot of those shows that were black and white back in the day.
So why? So okay, you're telling me that group's not coming into play. So why even bring that person from that group in to play?
Well, because he was in the Avengers Age of Ultron. But I know
not
it was
really
played
though.
by somebody else. I know it was
Yes.
a different. But he was never called by his real name in those movies. They just called him by his code name or whatever they called him.
Well, I mean, this character is way cooler than the one that passed away in for sure.
Oh, that dude! Oh man, the only thing he did good was what was that movie? Kick Ass. That was, but anyway, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, no, I like this version of the Silvers, the Quicksilvers.
Yeah.
But we're not saying that he's the one that shows up. We're just discussing which one is cooler to begin with.
Yeah. Okay. You just ruined it. Wow. So,
dude, X-Men is coming to the MCU.
No, okay, they're not. Oh.
Do you know anything about MCU?
So look, they are going to start off with something to kind of tease you and then make a big reveal later. So I'm not saying that this was
which is X-Men coming to like the Avengers.
But you got to do the Fantastic Four first.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, gosh, I get so worried with the Fantastic Four.
Why?
Because they've tried it twice and they sucked both times.
The last one was bad. The last one, I didn't get it. And
poor Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, I know. Did you see that Alexa commercial? That was hilarious. For
I didn't.
Oh yeah, it's you got to check that out with Michael B. Jordan as Alexa. It's crazy.
Oh man. Is that the dude from Chronicle 2 in Fantastic Four?
Yes.
Chronicle. Okay. What's his name? Miles Teller? Is that what it is?
Yes.
Yep, that's him.
Yeah, Miles Teller.
Ooh, and Divergent. Ooh. Speaking of Divergent, did you see that Aaron Rodgers is engaged to the Divergent lead?
Oh, Shailene Woodley.
Yeah. He won the MVP or the day before and just kind of dropped it. Oh yeah, thanks to my fiance, and everybody's like, what?
Yeah, I don't care. That's cool.
No, he moved on from Danica so fast. I kind of felt kind of bad for Danica, but
yeah, I don't think that any of these women matter to him. I think he was more concerned about his roommate, but that's just my opinion. Anyway.
Why did the Divergent suck so bad after the first one? Did you watch those?
Oh, I don't know. It was too many because they get on these kicks of these movies that are from books,
right?
And they try to make these series and they try to get people invested in them, but it's a lot of them and they pick the wrong ones. Like what was it? I never seen any of those movies. Mockingbird, whatever.
Right. You should watch the first two. The first two are pretty cool. And actually, speaking of those kind of books, I really dug the entire Maze Runner series.
But what was that series? The first one?
Hunger Games.
Hunger Games. Yeah. Okay. Never seen them. The Maze Runner.
You should watch the first two.
Miles Teller's in Maze Runner too, I think. No.
Maze Runner was cool.
Maze Runner was okay. I did like Ender's Game. I thought that was a cool movie.
That one was pretty cool. I just wish they would have. It just didn't do very well at the box office because I think they wanted to do some other things with it.
Yeah. But as far as those like young adult novels, like everybody was like, "Oh, Twilight took off, and we're gonna take these other series and do all that stuff." I'm like, it's kind of.
As soon as Shailene cut her hair, man, I was out. I'm out.
The first thing I seen her in was this movie called, I think, The Descendants or something. with George Clooney, and she was in. Was it George Clooney, or did he just direct it? But she was acting her butt off in this movie. She played a daughter of somebody, and the family. I think the mom was cheating and destroyed the family. She got into a car accident with her. It was George Clooney, because his wife was cheating on him, and she got into an accident and just destroyed the family because she was like in a coma and all this stuff. And it was a really good movie. I remember watching it with my one of my exes, and she was just bawling her eyes out at the end of the movie, like ridiculously. Like, I'm talking about full on, like, tear, whole face wet, nose running. It was just the ugly cry face going on. It was bad.
I just learned from going from Divergent, and I was looking at the cast of Divergent, and then I clicked on Zoe Kravitz, and I had no idea that she was the voice of Mary Jane in Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Oh, you didn't know that?
No, I had no idea. That is my all-time favorite comic book movie.
It was pretty good. I wasn't a big fan of it.
What?
Are
you kidding me?
I like Spider-Man Homecoming better. Yeah, I did.
That's stupid.
No. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to watch that tonight.
They're not even on the same level. They're not even close.
Yeah, because you got like fat Peter Parker, then you got like the cool Peter Parker, and then you got like, the black Peter Parker, and then you got his uncle. And then
it's amazing.
You got the pig, and I'm like, it's a little.
What do you mean, man?
Not a big fan.
It's too much for you? Is too much superhero for you? They're making another one, I think.
Not saying it was bad. But it was just Sony trying to keep the rights. And of course, they did a good job. I'm not saying it was a bad movie. I'm not saying that. But it was just Sony trying to keep the rights to their little stupid universe, because Venom sucked, and they knew it, and they tried to make up for it.
That's true, yeah.
And so... And they're still trying to make another Spider-Man without Sony, because I think they only have 2 more movies with Spider-Man in Marvel Universe before Sony takes it back and they start doing dumb stuff again. So yeah, I'm going to cherish this Spider-Man while we have him, because it's not going to be, especially because Tom Holland is going to get older and we're not going to be able to do it anymore. And then there's going to be people trying to replicate that. So I don't know. Spider-Man Homecoming was better to me because they had Marissa Tomei.
I'm trying to find Spider-Man Homecoming on the all-time list, and I can't. Oh, there it is. 92% as compared to 98%. So you can shove your opinion.
Okay, look. Let me tell you something.
Where the sun don't shine, buddy.
Look. But look, I'm telling you, Spider-Man Homecoming, amazing. I watched Ant-Man. I've been on a Marvel kick also. Besides watching Megatron roast people at Era Studios, I've been watching Marvel movies for some reason. I watched Infinity Wars. I watched Endgame. I watched Guardians of the Galaxy 1 and 2.
The first one's amazing. I love that one.
I like 2 as well because Drax was hilarious in there.
Dude, I can't get. I hate that he fights his dad. I can't stand any of that. And I love what is it, Kurt Russell?
His dad was trying to take over the whole universe.
I know. I just thought it was stupid. I just didn't like it. But they did have the "I'm the Mary Poppins" y'all at the end, which was hilarious. But I didn't like that.
But that wasn't his real. I mean, it was his biological father, but his father was Yondu. That was the person.
Mary Poppins. Yeah.
And he took. He didn't fight Yondu. He fought.
No, he fought his stupid dad.
He stupid biological.
That was stupid.
Who didn't care? No, it was. If you think about it, look. I didn't. I'm not a big fan of. If you don't like people that fight their dads in movies, I don't like people that cheat in movies. I'm not a big fan of that. Like in Casino, I wasn't a big fan of that movie because the main character cheats on his best friend's wife, or cheats on him.
Oh yeah. I don't
I don't
like that either.
I don't like that.
I really don't care about fighting a dad in a movie. I just don't like the way it was done. I just didn't like it. I halfway through the movie, I didn't think the music was near as good either.
Oh, what? Are you kidding, man?
The music in the first one was way better.
Look, okay, don't get me wrong. Redbone, Come and Get Your Love was amazing. I loved it. And Moonlight, whatever, Daydreaming, Teenage, whatever. The David Bowie song was awesome too. Don't get me wrong. Great. Jackson 5. Yeah, you can't go wrong with that. But you have My Sweet Lord from George Harrison. Chains from Fleetwood Mac. Are you kidding me? That right there alone was amazing. And well, it was a cute moment, but that Mr. Brightside song is played in every movie now. I could have done without that in the beginning. Don't get me wrong.
I mean, come on, they had Ain't No Mountain High Enough?
Brandy
in the first one.
Brandy, they had You're a
Cherry
Fine Girl.
Bomb.
They did have Cherry Bomb.
Hello, Dad. Hello, Mom. I'm your Cherry Bomb. Sorry, I'm getting into it.
Cherry Bomb. But yeah, I okay. Soundtrack was a little bit better in the first one.
Well, they did have David Hasselhoff in the second one.
They did. And they had David Hasselhoff at the end singing a song too, and it was hilarious.
Yes.
I did.
Yeah, so I'm looking at the soundtrack, yeah.
The one thing I did not like about the part 2, because yes, part 2 is not as good as part 1. I will give you that. Is it terrible?
Okay, thank you.
Is it terrible compared to it? No, because I did not like the whole Peter Quill and Rocket little tiff that they were having throughout the middle of the movie where they were fighting, or the beginning. And
right.
But I did enjoy Drax just talking crap about everyone throughout the whole time. And Mantis,
he's a great character.
Oh man. Oh my goodness. I think it's Infinity Wars where did they show up in Infinity Wars, right?
Mm-hmm.
The guard, okay.
Yeah, I think that's where they first meet everybody, right?
Yeah, because they pick up Thor. And then there's I think Peter and Gamora are talking, and they kiss or something, and they look over and Drax is eating. And he's like, dude, how long you been standing there? I've been here for an hour. You can't see me.
That's right.
I'm moving so
Dude, what do you
slow.
think how do you think that Black Widow movie is going to be when it actually comes out?
Not looking forward to it. Not at all. I'm hoping to be pleasantly surprised. I'm hoping.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for too. I think it looks like poo, but it might be better because we don't have high expectations.
Yeah, I mean, Marvel Universe has not disappointed me as much as DC has. I'm gonna tell you that much. So, It's been Marvel has been hitting it out of the park. DC has been striking out and hitting pop flies like nobody's business, and it's unbelievable how they messed it up so bad because nobody cared about Captain America. When you compare Captain America to Superman, come on. But now everybody loves Captain America. Like I could not care less. I couldn't care less about Captain America. And
right? Yeah. I still rank though that first Captain America movie was one of my least favorites.
After going back and watching it, it was decent. It was decent. And the Thor movies are my least favorite movies. Yeah.
Really?
The first two were just unwatchable, and and then because he was the one that I cared about the least, and I think, but they really turned this character into like it is just much better. It's much better now. But and then the other thing about Guardians of the Galaxy 2 was the whole Nebula and Gamora thing. That was kind of weird. I didn't, she was trying to kill her the whole time and whatever. But
did she die? Did she end up dying? Did Nebula end up dying? for good, or I can't remember what happened in the last one.
No, she didn't die. She's still alive. The old Nebula that came into the current time.
Oh, that's right.
She died, and the old Gamora was dead, but the new Gamora is alive.
That's right. And the new Gamora doesn't know who Peter Quill is, right?
I'm sorry. The new Gamora is dead, but the old Gamora is alive. And she does not know that they are together, no.
Oh, that's okay. That's right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It's a lot. It's a lot to remember.
Yeah, it's a lot to remember, but I just watched it recently, and I always go back, and I'm gonna plug another show, YouTube channel, Everything Wrong, Cinema Sins. They do a series called Everything Wrong, and I love I just finished watching Ant-Man, and right after I watch it, I go watch Everything Wrong with Ant-Man, and it's funny. You see these things in a different way, in a different light. Like the Infinity Wars when Thanos is there fighting on Titan, and they almost have the glove off. And then Peter comes in, where's Gamora, and then he messes everything up because
he
was heartbroken. He was just being an idiot. They had him. They almost had the glove off, and then after that, Doctor Strange fights Thanos, and it's a sweet fight, but it's like, where were you at this whole time? Well, they were doing their thing, and then he beat the crap out of Hulk with like one stone, and then Captain America can hold his own with them, and he has 5 stones. Where's the power discrepancy and stuff like that? It's never made any sense.
Where's Wanda during all this? Because Wanda could honestly just I think Wanda's the most powerful. I think she could just rip him in half.
Wanda was trying to get the Soul Stone out of the Mind Stone out of
That's
Vision.
right. Oh, that's right. Oh, that's right. She could have saved the universe too. She could have just killed Vision.
Yes. She could have just blew the thing up, and she decided.
Yeah.
She did, but it was too late because Thanos was standing right there. And he was able to
Wanda.
He was able to do the time stone in reverse time.
Right. That's right. That's right. Yeah.
And then he
good thing you just watched these.
And then he just crushed Vision and took the stone out of his head. And you see that in WandaVision.
Yeah, that's my favorite part. My favorite part's that. Yeah. You see him roll up, and he's got like a missing forehead.
Yeah, and he's all.
That's
gray.
my favorite part, dude. When he finally snaps and everybody disappears, I'm like, yes, I started cheering.
I did too. I'm not gonna lie. I was very satisfied with the ending of Infinity War.
I was hoping they just stopped the Marvel Universe right there. I'd be happy.
I was very satisfied with that ending, and then but I knew that they were coming back. So because people were like, "Oh, Spider-Man, that was so sad." I'm like, "What? Get out of here! He just got here. You're not gonna go away. You're not gonna stop it." And nobody cares about Bucky, so whatever. Nobody cares about the Winter Soldier, who brutally murdered Tony Stark's parents by just choking them out. So ridiculous. It's Bucky. Cinema Sins, they always they just like Bucky.
Good old Bucky.
They just
because that one comes out next.
Oh, the Falcon and Winter Soldier
is the Falcon and Winter Soldier, yeah. Which I mean, I'll definitely watch it. I can't say I'm super excited for it, but I'll watch it just because it'll be something to watch.
See, this is the thing. So this is what's going to happen. I'm pretty sure that like after WandaVision, I wasn't excited for it, but now I'm anticipating these next 4 episodes like highly.
Dude, WandaVision for sure. I think Falcon and Bucky are 2 of my least favorite characters in the Marvel Universe. I can't stand the Falcon. I think it's so stupid. And Bucky is just portrayed so. He's portrayed so wimpy. I think in these they kind of just give him such almost a 3rd round character. Like he's nothing, And
that's what I'm thinking. Like I'm going to be like, oh, okay. I'm going to be like, okay, so this guy is this series is going to be not as good as the other ones because they're gonna have to drop the ball sooner or later. I mean, they could, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I guess what I look forward to most is how they tie it into everything. Like WandaVision, I was still shocked that they were right in the middle of people coming back, which I thought was an incredible twist and an incredible writing. You know, when everybody started coming, that was so cool.
That's the thing about it. I love how they integrate, because I was trying to figure out how this is going to play into the Marvel Cinematic Universe, even though it's not a cinematic universe once it's a TV show. To me, I don't, but you still have those characters and they tie it in very well, and it's good. I do like that, and I'm wondering.
It's just a Marvel universe at this point.
It's the MCU, but the MCU is the main driver behind all of this stuff. So I think Doctor Strange is going to have Wanda in it, if I'm not mistaken. And Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is going to be coming out soon, and it's going to be with Thor and Thor, God or Rock and Thunder, whatever they call it. I don't know what they call it, but something of Thunder. And those are the movies. And the Black Widow movie's coming out, but that was pushed back. But it just doesn't. I don't know. It doesn't look interesting to me. Like they're going to bring in they're going to start bringing in characters that I have no clue who they are, don't care, until I hear some adamantium claws come out. I'm not going to care about anybody else.
Oh, it's coming, buddy.
And
it's coming
until I hear those shing come out. And
but honestly, isn't that the kind of feeling like most of us had going into this whole experience? Was that, who cares about Thor? Who cares about Captain America? Who cares about Hawkeye? I mean,
nobody cares about.
I don't know, man. Dude, a Hawkeye. I always contend to this day, Hawkeye and Black Widow are the stupidest two characters. They would be ripped to shreds in 2 seconds.
They are
no powers. Get out of here.
The weakest characters, yes. And you're absolutely right. Who cared about the Guardians of the Galaxy? I had no idea who they were.
Right.
No clue.
Yeah, exactly. And that ended up being one of the coolest additions to everything,
Yes. So you're absolutely right. They've made you care about these characters that you had no clue what they were or who they were, or what they're about. Like Ant-Man. Ant-Man, who cares? But they put Paul Rudd, Michael Douglas. All right.
I liked it. Yeah, I liked him. Yeah.
It was really good.
Shocked that I did. Yeah. When the cast when I was looking, I was working with a buddy who was a huge comic book nerd, and he's like, yeah, they're doing Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm like, what? And he's like, yeah, it's a tree and a talking raccoon. And I'm like, how are they going to pull this off? Like what?
Yeah.
And then you watch that first one and you're just like, this is amazing. It's one of the cooler, not even one of the cooler comic book movies. It's just a cool movie in general,
It was so much fun, and it just took you on a ride. They were able to give you backstory. They were able to give you just the motivations of the character. I mean, it was so, it didn't feel forced or contrived. It was just, it felt really, really good throughout the whole series.
Right.
Except for Drax calling Ronan, and for whatever reason, that was stupid, but other than that, it was still, you felt for the characters, and you wanted Peter to win, and you wanted them to all just, especially at the end when they did the cherry bomb, they all in their uniforms together.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was really cool. But then when, they're doing, before they did that, they're talking about their plan, and they're sitting in a circle, and then they all stand up. And then,
that's right.
And a raccoon stands like, okay. And there's a circle, they all stand up, and all just, we call them jackasses standing up. It was hilarious.
That's Bradley Cooper, right?
Yes, Bradley Cooper.
Yeah, okay.
Bradley Cooper and Vin Diesel as Groot. And
Vin Diesel. I would love to see the behind the scenes of that, because he obviously does a bunch of different takes takes, and then they just take those, right? Or does he actually go in and do each one where it needs to be?
That would be interesting to find out, because I've kind of just written Vin Diesel off. I don't care about Vin Diesel because all those Fast and Furious movies.
Come on, The Rock's like leading the way now.
I don't care. He's about to get written off too, and that's my second favorite wrestler.
You're gonna write him off for those movies?
Yeah, I hate those movies. I hate them.
We went and watched the last one, and it was terrible.
I hate it with a passion, in all the Sean John fashion.
Whoa.
Yeah. Except for
get
3.
This.
Except for Tokyo Drift.
Get this.
What?
He, as in Vin Diesel, is in Avatar 2.
Okay.
Avatar 2, which may come out in the next 50 years or so, but we're not sure.
So, Avatar 2, are you talking about the James Cameron Avatar?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Forget those movies. Nope. I don't care. Do not care about those.
But did you see that? I think it was Sigourney Weaver that broke Tom Cruise's record for holding her breath underwater as like filming a movie. She held her breath, I think, for 7.5 minutes without taking a breath. It was either her or Kate Winslet. They broke Tom Cruise because when Tom Cruise did that Mission Impossible stunt where he was underwater, and I forget which one it was, he actually held his breath for 6 minutes without taking a breath. And in this new Avatar one, since it's all underwater, it was either Kate Winslet or Sigourney Weaver that held their breath for 7 minutes, that's freaking crazy. That's out of control. I could do 30 seconds and feel like I'm going to die.
Yeah, I think I got to find some useful ways for Kate Winslet and Sigourney Weaver to hold their breath.
Hey, I mean, it's got an all-star cast, dude. What's her name? Zoe Saldana.
Yeah,
is that how you say it? Saldana.
Yeah, she was in
Kate
the first
Winslet,
one.
Vin Diesel. She was in the first one. Yeah. Sigourney Weaver.
Yeah.
Sam Worthington, who almost resurrected the Terminator franchise single-handedly.
Yeah. Salvation was not
okay. I like Salvation more than people. I just if it's on, dude, I'm always gonna stop and watch it.
I like it more than
I like
Genesis. Wait,
what about the Dark? Was it Dark Fate?
I didn't see that one.
Did you watch that one?
No.
Oh, it was a pile of crap too.
No.
When they brought what's her name back?
Linda Hamilton, Sarah Connor.
Yes, that's right.
And
yes, Terminator Dark Fate.
And Edward Furlong.
Yes. It's bad. You just watch it. It's bad. It's really bad.
I'm going to watch it. I know I'm gonna be upset. But Sam Worth, like the Avatar films, I have no desire to see. The first one was garbage to me. I didn't care about all of the spectacles. Oh, see it in 3D. I didn't care. I did not like it. It did nothing for me. I've seen this movie plenty of times before. Could not care less. Now,
you saw the Avatar before it came out?
That storyline. Fern Gully is one of them.
Did you actually watch the Avatar?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just thought maybe you were one of those people that was like, oh, I heard that it was like this, and I'm not going to go see it.
No. I don't. Okay. I won't have that strong of opinion if I didn't see it. Like I can't do that. I can say, I don't think I would like it or blah blah blah. But I watched it. I've watched a lot of James Cameron's films, and this one is probably by far the worst one to me.
Really, not Titanic?
No, I like Titanic. It was good.
I don't know. It's like 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
Just get me to the boat crashing scene. That's all I want.
Yeah, you got the band that plays as it goes down. That's sweet, man. That was pretty cool.
That's sweet. Yeah.
I mean, cool. I could have done without all of the romance in the middle of it and the DiCaprio stuff, but it was okay. Yeah, you're right. It was all about the boat just falling apart and people falling and all kind of mayhem happening. It was very enjoyable.
Yeah. And she let go. It's stupid.
It was very enjoyable. Yeah, she did. So
Have you seen the trailer for when he comes back? I feel like we've talked about this, but yeah, the Titanic 2 trailer.
No, there's no Titanic 2 trailer.
Yeah, there is. It's incredible. They pull up a frozen Jack from the bottom of the ocean. Okay. And then they stitch together like all of Leonardo DiCaprio's movies to make it look like there's a Titanic 2 where like the government's coming to look for him.
Oh, that's stupid.
No, it's so well done. It's so well done. It's incredible.
Okay, well, I might have to check that out because I do. I enjoy Leo's work, so it's just a goof though. No, I know, but I enjoy his film, so I want to see how they stitch it together. It's probably be cool. I know they got some Catch Me If You Can and some what was the other movie that he did? Shoot. Oh, it was.
What do you mean, other movie he did? Like every movie?
No,
he's done like a billion of them.
No, I know, but the one in about the dreams.
Inception.
Inception, yes. With the former Ellen Page, now Elliot Page.
I can't laugh. Oh no, we're gonna get canceled. I'm just joking. I was laughing at that.
Yeah, I'm going to check that out because did you watch The Umbrella Academy?
Yeah, I did. How's that going to happen? Is she going? I can't do this.
I don't know. I understand completely what you're saying. It's very difficult when. I mean,
how is this person going to come back as the person that this person used to be?
Yes.
I guess not.
I don't know. I really don't know. And people are coming out as transgendered. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know because it was a former wrestler that came out as transgendered recently.
Oh, I was just gonna bring him up, and I don't know what to say.
His name is Tyler. His name was Tyler Rex as the wrestler. He was a WWE.
I know. I saw the picture of his transformation,
and I was just like, So
I guess if that's what you want to do,
I mean, yeah, I'm not saying that but there's nothing wrong with that. But like coming out as transgender, just if you just live your life, however you want to live it. I guess I don't know.
And now we have the new Matrix coming out.
Oh, with the
Wachowski sisters.
Yeah, and then we're brothers at first.
Yeah.
That's interesting. That was interesting. I don't care for the Matrix series anymore after 3.
Yeah. I'm kind of interested to see where they're going to take this, but yeah. The first one was so good, I don't know.
First one was so good. The second one was decent, and then the third one they just crapped the bed.
Crap the bed.
Like super hardcore, like wow.
They took a bunch of laxatives and then drank prune juice and then fell asleep.
And then went to sleep and were like, yeah. And then
they woke up rolling in it.
You know how you have those dreams where you're in the bathroom but you're not, and you wake up and it's just gross. Yeah. So I'm not sure about those two films. As far as The Matrix and Avatar, I don't care about those. I do care about the new M. Night Shyamalan movie that's coming out called Old.
Yeah, I saw the trailer for that briefly. I didn't get to watch it too in depth. I'm always intrigued with M. Night. I'm always a little nervous with M. Night now. His last, I think I've liked his last one. Oh man. He went through a stretch there where he had like some of the coolest movies of all time, and then he went through a stretch where it was the worst movies of all time.
Yeah, the last 3 movies I think he did were pretty good. Split,
Glass, and I like The Visit actually a lot.
Okay, yeah.
Did you watch that one?
Yeah, that was with the parents. The grandparents?
The grandparents with that crazy twist at the end.
Yes.
And I mean, he's known for his twist, but I'm like, whoa.
Yeah. That was cool.
So he's on a good little streak, but dude, I mean, He did After Earth. He did The Last Airbender. I can't say The Happening was one of my favorite movies. Lady in the Water really wasn't doing it for me.
Oh, that was those. Okay, those two were really bad. Yes.
Man, he ruined my one of my favorite cartoon of all time with The Last Airbender. I mean, that's my favorite cartoon of all time.
Yeah.
And what he did to that movie, I have a hard time even forgiving him now.
Yeah.
But old does look interesting, man. If it's I feel like there's not really a middle ground with M. Night. It's either going to be the coolest movie of all time or it's going to be terrible, you know?
Exactly. And I think that it's a lot of, you have your people that really enjoy it and people that really don't, and there's none in between. And that's kind of bringing me to my next thing I want to say. I'd be remiss if I didn't bring this up. So, there's a lot of things that's been going on in this country. And, I think as far as us as Americans, we need to really put our individual beliefs aside and come together as one and really just do what's right for the future of our country. And, just put the guns down and pick up a Nerf gun and have fun. This brought to you by Nerf. Did you see that commercial in the Super Bowl where it's Bruce Springsteen talking about how the life and then
the anti-American trying to bring Americans together.
Jeep at the end. Jeep should run for president.
What a douche, dude.
One of the things.
He writes songs saying that America's, pile of crap country, and then he's trying to bring us all together.
Yes. I mean, those commercials are so ridiculous sometimes. And I was just like, how you going to have that powerful message and then Jeep.com at the end?
I was bummed about that, and I was bummed about Wayne's World. Man, did you see that one?
Yeah, it looked bad.
Where they looked so old, and then they brought Cardi B in, and it was like, man, what's going on?
Yeah, Cardi B was out of being popular a couple minutes ago. Her 15 minutes of fame were up a while ago.
I know, it's just such a weird because I don't know. Who came up with that? Why? I don't understand, dude. I have a degree in marketing. I swear, you and I could put together better commercials for the Super Bowl than these people who get paid billions of dollars.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure we could, and I'm going to be putting together some commercials for some other stuff, but we'll talk about that later. But yeah, man, I just wanted to get that because I just thought that was so. We're sitting there watching it. I'm like, man, that's a really good commercial about the little chapel in the middle of the country.
Heartland.
Man, it's the heartland, and it never closes, and we all blah blah blah. Jeep. I'm like, what?
Yep. Of course, yeah. Jeep is America.
So I just had to do that. Just put down your guns and pick up a Nerf.
It's so funny. I really, you had me going for a second. I was like, is he getting super serious here? Like, is he going to go on we need to come together. We need to let Colin Kaepernick back into the NFL. I'm like, where are we going? We need to all take a knee together.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's true. It is true. But still, I just wanted to highlight the ridiculousness of that whole thing. And it didn't really, you do these things, these social justice things for whatever is popular is going to be making more money. Like all these corporations jumping on the BLM thing. And it was, that's the new thing. I mean,
it's funny to me that the NFL is like, oh yeah, we're all for unity now, but still Colin Kaepernick is blackballed,
And
unfortunately, it's probably past his time. He's been out of the league for too long. I don't know how good of a player he is anymore. It's been like 4 years at this point. So now teams kind of have excuses not to sign him. But 2 years ago when they're signing Blaine Gabbert over him,
Blake Bortles.
And Blake Bortles instead of Colin Kaepernick, I don't know, man. It was just you knew what was going on, but now that the NFL is coming together saying, oh, let's stand, and Black Lives Matter and this, that, and the other, but they didn't matter when Kaepernick was saying it,
Exactly. And and we were talking about that, and I was with my buddy who's a 49er fan, and he said the exact same thing. He was like, all these corporations picking up on this stuff, but yet the NFL and the NFL are all about this now, but when Kaepernick was talking about it, they blackballed him and refused to let him play, and he was like, it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
And, I really would hope that Kaepernick will become the new Vinny Testaverde. Like the quarterback goes down and like, oh, let's sign Kaepernick. Here he comes.
I mean, I don't see why not. Like, even like just have like a progressive team like the Niners sign him again, or even the Seahawks to back up Russell Wilson. I mean, that's so much publicity. Whether it's good or bad for your team, and you're still going to be getting a ton of hits.
I mean, you think that you could have had the Cowboys could have signed him after.
There's no way he would not have signed him. There's no way.
They had that Dak go down, and then you end up with Andy Dalton as your starting quarterback, and look what happened.
Yeah. I mean, dude, I was talking to people. I was like, dude, the Dolphins should have just picked him up on like a minimum thing, years ago. Because it's not like our quarterbacks are ever any good. And I mean, he's got to be better than Tannehill, maybe. I don't know. Tannehill did go have a good, little season with Tennessee, but
yeah, he did.
I mean, there's half the league has pretty decent starters, and the other half is just a bunch of crap. So I figured he could beat them out.
And it's just sad. It really is sad that these things happen, and then you ruin this man's career for standing up for something that he believed in, and he wasn't bothering anybody. He was just bringing things to attention. And now,
it's funny that you said he was standing up for what he believes in.
Oh,
did you mean to say it that way?
Yeah. Yeah.
He did. But you know what, though? At the end of the day, though, I think he did a good job, and he did bring awareness to what he was, his cause and what he was fighting for, because everybody talked about it, and everybody's still talking about it. So,
stand up for what he believes in.
Yeah, I don't know. Did you really mean to do that, or because that was a good line? If you
it just came out. Oh man. Oh, but yeah.
Well, I gotta go poop, dude.
Yeah, I gotta go eat my sandwich and drink some more adult beverages. Yeah, I'm off today. I got some stuff to do. Mainly just sulk around the house and just wonder about things past.
Watch that trailer I sent you. I sent you the trailer of the Titanic 2.
I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna watch Spider-Man: Homecoming. That's what I'm about to do. Yay! All right. Well, this is the end of the show. Jay Gag Gizzle has to go. Relieve himself.
Yes.
And I have to go enjoy myself. So,
go drop some deuces.
Yes, I am out from the Leo Pope Studios. Oxman Stand Up, the marathon continues, all that good stuff. And we will talk to you guys later.
Bye.
Okay. Bye. Sound all, anyway.
Goodbye.
Bye. Goodbye, people. Okay. All right. Now I'm into the show right now. I'm in it right now. All right. I'm in it now, and we're done.